guys, Coynosham here again. What I'm going to be bringing you today is my thoughts, my impressions on the Medal of Honor beta, which has only just been released on the Xbox 360, might I add. Been waiting about a month, I think it is, probably a little bit more, since the PC and PlayStation 3 release, but it's finally here. Finally got my hands on it so I can have a bit of a play test and see what I think. See if I think that I'm going to keep my pre-order or cancel. What I'm going to try and bring you today is positives and negatives that I've found so far within the game, and a general overview of what you can expect if you're going to be playing this beta. So that's where I'll start off. Right, what you've got is you've got two game types that they've made available. I'm not sure if they're going to be increasing on this on the final release, but what we've got so far to play is we've got Team Assault, which is pretty much straight up team deathmatch, and that's what you can see in this video. And you've got mission mode. Mission mode is very much like Battlefield Bad Company 2's Rush mode. Right, what you've got to choose from is three different classes. You've got a rifleman class, a special ops class, and a sniper class. And within those classes, you obviously get to select your weapon, and you get more and more weapons as you unlock, and you get points and experience within the game. And what you have on these weapons, which I do quite like, is you have three different slots that you can customize. And what you've got is you've got the rail slot, and this is adding red dot sights. I should imagine 4x scopes, although I've only unlocked a red dot sight for this particular gun, the M16 that you can see I'm using here. You've got the barrel slot, and I've only unlocked the suppressor so far, and that's again on the M16. And finally you've got the base slot, and the only unlock I've got on that so far is the extra magazine. My thoughts on kind of these is quite good. Adding the red dot sight has seemed to have massively increased my ability to kill people. And I think this may be largely due to the fact that I think you get a massive multiplier on this game for a headshot. It can seem like you can put an entire clip into someone's body and not kill them, and you can shoot someone once in the head and they drop down. So I think there's got to be about a ×3, ×4 multiplier for a headshot on this particular game. The suppressor on the barrel slot, I've had a little bit of a go with that, and on Team Deathmatch it doesn't really seem to give me much benefit, as the map that they've given to us, which I'm playing here, is quite a tight map. The suppressor reduces a little bit of range, which, okay, that doesn't really matter, and you lose a little bit of damage, and the key thing is losing that little bit of damage, because what I've found is I've been getting a lot of one-on-one confrontations. When I was using the suppressor attachment on the barrel slot, I was 99 times out of 100 losing out on that one-on-one situation, where normally I'd back my aim to win sort of 80% of those one-on-one confrontations. Okay, so the final thing really that I want to talk about, just about the game, is the score chains. And these are fantastic. This is one of the big pluses for me about this beta. They kind of work the same way as the Medal of Honor, Christ, the Modern Warfare 2, kill streak rewards, but you don't have anything ridiculously overpowered like a nuke or a chopper gunner, or, well, I haven't got high enough to unlock to see if that is the case, but they work fantastically well. And what they've given us with them is you've got an offensive and a defensive option that you can choose. So the offensive options will all be about killing. You'll have things like mortar strikes, you'll have predator missiles in there, rocket strikes, and the defensive options are UAV, which I would highly recommend that if you get to your first score chain that you use that, and in particular definitely when you're playing on this map, because it's such a tight map. The UAV for me is king. You can have things like flak vests for all of your teammates. And that's the only ones that I've really seen so far. I haven't done too much analysis, as I say. I've only had 5 hours worth of play, but I really like the concept of what EA and what DICE are trying to do here with the score chains. And with the score chains as well, a key point to add is that you don't just add to your score chain through kills. It can be through the skill of your kill. So it can be if you pull off a headshot, it can be if it's a saviour kill, revenge kill, And what's really good, if you might see it a couple of times happening in this video, but I get some rewards for various actions. I haven't really looked too heavily into that, so I don't really know why I'm getting them, but you get added to your score chain if you pick up any awards. So you can get it if you've just loaded the game up, you get 1 kill. If it's an award, I don't know, it might be for 100 kills with a particular weapon. Straight away you could have unlocked a score chain. Happy days, you can call your UAV in right at the beginning of the game. Already your team has a massive head start. Another really good thing about the score chains is your ability to link defensive and offensive score chains together with your teammates. So what you can do, and I found this to be a very useful tactic, is if you both hit the first score chain together, one of you calls a UAV in, another one will then know where the enemy's position are and they can call a mortar strike in. So that is a very useful tactic that I've found so far in my some 5 hours of playing this beta to use. Okay, so that's a general overview of the game, sort of done now. Now what I'd like to move on to discuss is the positive and negative things that I've picked up so far that I haven't already covered. The first positive thing, it's a massive positive thing, is the sound. The sound on this game is absolutely fucking awesome. Especially if, like me, if you're playing with a 5.1 surround sound headset, it is unbelievable. It feels like you're in a war movie. Okay, first negative, and this is something that probably a lot of people have seen so far if they've played the beta, and they've probably got as frustrated as me with it, is the death freeze. And by this, what I mean is when you get shot, there seems to be some sort of strange laggy, freezy sort of thing that will happen, and it can be quite frustrating. It can sometimes leave me thinking, was I killed due to sort of lag in the game? I think it's something that they will probably sort out by the time the final release is out, but it is a deal breaker for me on whether or not to get this game. If that's still there, then they can fuck off. They're not having my £40. Okay, the next positive thing I'd like to talk about is the map design. And obviously I've only had 2 maps to play, but the Team Assault map that you can see here, I really like the layout and the design of the map. There's a lot of verticality in it. There's a lot of flanking routes. There's not too many campy spots. So if I'm up in a room, there's probably at least 2 or 3 different ways that an enemy can come in and flank me and kill me. So big bonus for me on that. Okay, next negative thing. I'll cover a couple of negative things actually, because I think I've covered quite a lot of positive things already in my commentary. The lack of explosive splash damage. You can literally throw a grenade at someone, fire an YouTube, fire an RPG, and unless it direct impacts them, you'll get a hit marker, but you won't actually kill them. So I think they need to tweak that. I know some people will be a fan of that because it will mean that you won't get as many people just running around constantly YouTubing, but I think they still need to tweak the splash damage up slightly. Okay, another negative thing, and a thing that I don't really like, and this comes from me being a sort of hardcore Battlefield Bad Company 2 player, is the fact that the guns feel like laser guns. And what I mean by this is there's little to no recoil on them. So from me coming across from a game like Battlefield, where you have to feather the trigger, especially for your distance kills, this is a straight point at someone and shoot and you kill them. So not a big fan of that. A couple of other things, and it's probably due to the fact for it being a beta, I don't really like, is me and some of my friends have tried to go into games together. We've selected Team Assault, and for some reason it's decided to put us in mission mode. Also, I've played with 3 of my mates on occasions, and it hasn't put all 3 of us on the same side. Hopefully these are the kind of things that will get sorted out, as it is just a beta. And the final big sort of negative thing for me is it's very difficult visually to see who's on your team and who the enemy are. And you've got the indicator for people on your team, they've got a little white triangle above their head, but I'm not really too sure if that's the best colour to use. And I don't know if they're going for realism, where in a real war zone you obviously wouldn't be able to pick people up that clearly, but for me it's very difficult to tell who the enemy are and who your teammates are. Okay, so that's my general sort of views and opinions on the beta. If you've got any, please drop a comment in the video. If you like what you saw today, guys, please rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Bye bye.